Okay, so today we're doing a deep dive on something pretty cool.
Yeah.
Uh, AI. Everyone's talking about AI these
All
days.
right.
And this is an AI chatbot that can help homeowners like you and me troubleshoot their AC problems.
Oh,
You know
wow.
how it is. It's
Yeah.
a hot summer day.
Mm-hmm.
Your AC goes kaput. And you're like, what do I do?
Yeah, you start sweating right away.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
what's going on?
Is it the thermostat? Is it something worse? Do I need to call somebody?
Right.
It's like having a little AC expert right in your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So it asks you questions and, tries to help you figure out what's wrong.
And this is all through like a chat interface.
Yeah, it's a chatbot, so you're like texting back and forth with it.
That's interesting.
And it uses, fancy AI machine learning to kind of diagnose what's going on.
So it's like it's learned from a bunch of data about AC problems.
Exactly.
And it's using that
Yeah.
to...
Yeah, it's like it's studied up on all the AC manuals and repair guides and stuff.
Wow. So it's like
Wow.
having all that knowledge at your fingertips.
Yeah, right. But one thing that caught my eye in the articles we read is that this chatbot gives a preliminary diagnosis.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, what does that really mean?
Hmm.
Like, how smart is this AI? Is it going to tell me exactly what part to replace?
Well, it's not going to be able to like crawl into your AC unit and give you a full inspection or anything.
Okay.
But it can definitely be a really helpful first step. It can
Mhm.
help figure out, like, is this something simple that I can maybe fix myself?
Yeah, like if it's just a drip breaker or a dirty filter.
Exactly. Those are things that a lot of homeowners can actually take care of themselves.
Right. And it would save you a lot of money and hassle to not have to call a technician for that.
For sure.
So essentially, it's kind of like ruling out the easy stuff before you have to call in the pros.
Exactly. And it can walk you through how to check your thermostat settings.
Okay.
Make sure your air filter is clean.
Mm.
Even like guide you to your electrical panel to check the breaker.
Wow. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see the value here. But there's always some skepticism around AI, right?
Right.
Can a chatbot really diagnose something as complex as an AC unit?
Sure. And AI is still a developing technology.
Right.
It's not perfect.
Mm.
But what's really impressive is how much this chatbot can do.
Okay.
Like, it analyzes your answers,
Mhm.
compares them to this huge database of, AC problems and solutions.
So it's kind of like looking for patterns.
Yeah, exactly. It's looking for patterns and trying to match your situation to the most likely problem.
Okay, that makes sense.
And remember, the goal here isn't to replace human technicians.
Right.
It's more about providing guidance, empowering homeowners, and hopefully preventing those unnecessary service calls
Yeah, that's a good point.
for those, simple fixes.
But what happens if the chatbot gets it wrong? Could it lead people to try to fix things that are actually dangerous or beyond their skill level?
That's a really important question, and it's definitely a valid concern.
Yeah.
But the developers have thought about that, and they've built in a lot of safeguards. Like the chatbot's constantly being updated with new information.
So it's learning and getting smarter.
Exactly, and it's designed to recognize its own limits.
So if it senses that something's really complicated or potentially dangerous,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to tell me to call a professional.
Absolutely. It's always going to err on the side of caution.
Okay, that's good to know. It's like having a safety net built right in.
Yeah.
So all this sounds pretty promising, but I'm curious about the bigger picture. Like, what kind of impact could this technology have on the entire AC repair industry?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And, it could be pretty disruptive.
Disruptive in a good way or a bad way?
I think ultimately in a good way.
Okay.
Think about it. If homeowners are able to solve those, simple problems themselves,
Mm-hmm.
it frees up the technicians to focus on those more complex repairs.
Oh, that makes sense.
Right. So it could lead to shorter wait times for people who really need professional help.
Right.
And it could even create new opportunities for technicians who specialize in AI-assisted repair.
So maybe we'll see, like, specialist technicians who work alongside AI.
Exactly.
That's an interesting thought. And, it makes you wonder,
Yeah.
what other home services could benefit from this kind of AI assistance in the future?
Right. Like, are we going to have chatbots for plumbing problems?
Electrical.
Yeah.
Appliance repair.
Seems like the possibilities are pretty much endless.
I think so. And it's going to be really interesting to see how this all unfolds.
Definitely something to keep an eye on.
Absolutely.
Well, I think that about wraps it up for this deep dive.
Yeah.
I hope everyone found this as fascinating as I did.
Me too. It's really exciting stuff.
And it really makes you think about the future of home repairs and how AI might play a role in all of it.
Definitely a lot to ponder there.
So until next time, stay cool and keep those AC units running smoothly.
Yeah. Or maybe with a little help from AI.
Exactly.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. That's a wrap.
Thanks.
Thanks for joining.